Hello and welcome. My name is Megan Lucky, and this is A Lucky Life. Come along with me as I try and get to know myself better and hopefully help you get to know yourself better too. Episode 7 and last episode on this trip. I am so sad, and while I'm sad, I'm also kind of excited not to go home to New Jersey, but excited to take with me the things I've learned and start fresh, start a new chapter. With that being said, I want this episode, it's going to be a little bit similar to last episode, but different. Same, but different. Since it's the 7th episode, I'm going to write down 7 things that I want to take back with me from this trip and continue on, like concepts, mindsets, values, etc. 7 things that I want to release in my life in the next chapter, and 7 things I want to manifest in the next chapter of my life. So 777. And I'll talk a little bit about the significance of 777 and some angel numbers. I don't know if you guys are into that, but I'll explain in a minute. First, let's do a tarot card and see what message the universe, aka the deepest part of me, needs to hear for this practice and before I go home. Oh, wow, that was fast. Oh my God, you're joking. It's the 7 of Cups. It's a 7s day. It's a lucky 7s day. All right. Oh, sorry. That was my charger. Okay. You are reaping the rewards of your success. Some things are wonderful, but others may not be as you expected, and there might still be a surprise or two in store. Don't let your mind go wandering into the realms of self-delusion. You have many opportunities and paths before you, perhaps too many to choose from. Chalconthite will help you decide which route to take. Keep organized, stay focused, and center your energy. Your crown chakra opens you to magical possibilities and is your connection to your spirit guides. Now would be a good moment to seek their advice. I mean, the fact that it was a 7... Are you kidding me? I did not plan that, okay? I'm not cheating you with these tarot cards. I definitely do think that I'm someone who puts my own delusional blocks on myself in terms of moving forward. It's not delusional, though. It's based in reality. It's based on the shame that plays a major role in our society. However, that doesn't mean that I am not the one in control of it, and I'm not the one that can fix that for myself and move forward. So anyways, I resonate with that, and that's definitely something I'll touch on in things that I want to release this chapter. I also want to acknowledge the line in there that said sometimes too many opportunities and I need to stay focused. I've gotten that theme kind of a few times in these cards with you guys. I definitely feel that I'm someone with, especially recently, too many ideas and too many pathways that I don't know which to take, truly. You guys have probably heard that by now. So that's also something I relate to, and staying focused is something I need more of. So, on that note, let's get into it. First, I'm going to read you this little passage from allure.com about angel numbers, just to kind of give you guys the high level of what they are. Within numerology, angel numbers are number sequences, usually 3 or 4 numbers, that contain repetition, such as 111 or 4444, and or patterns such as 321, 8787. Although they may appear in most ordinary places, these digits usually grab our attention, even if only for a moment, evoke a sense of wonder. The reason we're enchanted by these numbers, however, is an extension of their symbolism. It is believed that these numbers are messages from the spiritual universe that offer insight, wisdom, and directionality. Whether you assign them to angels, guides, ancestors, spirits, or simply a higher state of your own consciousness, angel numbers can confirm you're on the right path, shed invaluable insight on a complicated situation, or even illuminate the powerful mystical meaning behind the recurring themes you experience throughout your life. How cool and interesting is that? I don't know if it is to you guys, but it definitely is to me, especially because it kind of goes hand in hand with tarot cards, and just the way I choose to believe in life is that if you can give yourself another reason to smile throughout the day because you see a certain time, then why would you not want to believe in that? You know what I mean? Like, you can choose what you believe in. What you look for in life is what you see, and what you see is what you believe. So why not? I've never really been into them until this trip. I decided that I was going to keep a little tally mark in my notes app on some of the angel numbers that I've seen. I've seen 222 more than any of the other angel numbers, and that one's a really cool one because it means balance, harmony, alignment, and support from your universal self and your spirit guides or your angels or whatever you believe, God. Whenever I see it, like in a phone number on a bus or an address on my phone, 222, it brings me some clarity. It brings me some joy. It brings me sometimes to tears because sometimes I'll see it when I'm having a really powerful thought, and it'll be like, yes, that thought is meant to be. To me, that's the sign that I take, and it feels right to me. So if it feels right to me, then why not believe that? Anyways, so 777. Why 777? Obviously because it's the 7th episode, and it also means luck, lucky. It's funny, I guess I had never Googled 777 angel number meaning. I haven't seen that one as much until like literally the last few days. I guess now I'm learning it for the first time. It says 777 is connected to the individual self. Unlike others, which are more focused on relationships such as 222, the angel number 777 is about taking time to focus on yourself and be alone. That's what I've been doing. And that's like rounding out this trip. That's kind of crazy. I also kind of love it even more that I didn't know that going into this episode. And now knowing that, let's use that as number one for what I'm going to take with me into this next chapter. Focusing on myself and filling my cup first. Giving myself loving energy is top priority this chapter. Also, yesterday I was in Edinburgh, Scotland, and I hope I'm saying that right. I've been butchering it this whole trip. I think it is. My boyfriend and I took an Uber out to kind of like 30-40 minutes into rural Scotland to go like skeet shooting, clay pigeon shooting, which I've never done before. It was actually really fun, and I was pretty fucking good at it. Anyways, out in the middle of nowhere, and we got an Uber, and the Uber was like, do you guys have a ride back? Like, because this is kind of in the middle of nowhere, you're probably not going to be able to find an Uber. And we were like, shit, like, we've made that mistake in the past. And he was like, I have a friend nearby. I could go hang out at his place for an hour, however long, and then come back and pick you up. And we were like, that is so nice of you. If you wouldn't mind, that'd be great. Got his phone number, and his number was 777. And I was like, oh my God, that's good luck. And he ended up being a guy with really interesting stories to share and really kind values to share with us. And I was really moved by meeting him. Since it was a long drive, we had time to talk and bond and connect, especially since the friend he was going to visit while we were at the shooting place was a friend who he talked about very highly of, saying like, we've been through the worst of the worst together, and like he's really been there for me, I've been there for him, and I really only keep people in my life that really bring me value and have the same values as me and uphold that integrity. And talked about how he'd rather have a smaller circle of good quality friends than a large circle of friends, and that is something I definitely feel. I think I have a hard time though, because of my history of people pleasing, setting boundaries with those friends that aren't necessarily aligned with me in all my values, and really adding value and supporting me in the ways that I feel like I'm supporting them. And it's like a balanced, healthy relationship that I have energy for, and vice versa. So sometimes I overextend myself and I'm giving too much of myself to relationships that aren't reciprocal. So that's something that I'm working on. And thank you, Christoph. I'm going to take that into this next chapter and be selective with my time and energy, and be able to set good, healthy boundaries without like being a bitch about it. So boundaries. Yet again, I'm talking too much and spending way too much time, and I've only written two, so we're gonna move a little faster. The third thing I want to take back with me is practicing presence. I don't know if I told you, I think I told you guys this last time. I have these alarms set on my phone, 3 a day, to remind myself to be conscious and to check in with my thoughts and see what I'm thinking and how I can be more present. So, presence. And that's how I'll kind of continue that with the alarms and doing those consciousness check ins myself, just to make sure I'm really experiencing the here and now so that I don't lose it in worrying about the past or the future. Also, for continuing to regulate my nervous system when it gets dysregulated inevitably with all of the tools that I've learned about myself on this trip and how to do that, like journaling, drinking water, going for a walk, swimming. What else? I have a 555. Oh my gosh. That's the thing also with these angel numbers. Like, it's not really like you're looking for them. It's not like you're sitting by your phone waiting for the clock to tick over. Sometimes a couple times I have been like, oh, I see it's 3:32 and I know it's 3:33 in 1 minute. Like, oops, I saw it. You know what I mean? And like, whatever, okay. So I have another reason to like be happy. Okay, why would I ever take that away from myself? But for the most part, it's not like I'm like sitting here waiting for this number to hit. And that's when it's even more special. So I just love them. Whatever. 555 is a symbol of positive change and new beginnings, as well as a message of encouragement and support from your angels. Like, as I'm writing this, is that like, that's not a coincidence, like that is saying like, yes, these are things that you do need to focus more on. Anyways, okay, so I made this little photo album in my phone of ways to regulate my nervous system. And they're pictures that I've taken either from books or just out. I took this one of breathing techniques, just a screenshot of some meditations that help ground me, a screenshot of some affirmations, a picture of water with fruit in it, a picture of a book, a picture of these little angel numbers. They actually help regulate my nervous system. And I'm going to keep adding to that little album of things that help to calm me down when I need it or bring me like back to myself when I feel scattered or stressed. I also want to continue doing and finding opportunities that are aligned with me and following that pathway, because that's how I got here, and I feel better than I've ever felt in my life about moving in the right direction. Even when shame and the other influences inevitably affect me again and try to take me off my path, I want to continue to check in with myself, regulate my nervous system, and only be really doing and investing in energy that I really truly feel aligned with. So opportunities for work, that's a big one moving forward. I'm really nervous going back to the States with no real plan. Like, I am not ready to go back into the corporate world yet. And that's something that I need to figure out. I need to figure out how to make money, because I don't want to live with my parents forever. And that's shameful for a 27-year-old to do. Like, I know that it's the right thing for me to do right now as I figure out what my next steps are for life and motivate myself to pursue my dreams and make money and figure it all out at once. It's a lot of pressure. It's very scary. It's very shameful. It's very hard. But I know that I want to continue with this energy of doing things that are aligned with me. So that's a long way of saying that. That being said, we need to move fucking faster. Okay, 2 more. Gratitude, like we practiced last time, for sure. And allowing for nuance, allowing for multiple truths to be, allowing for multiple things to be true at the same time, and giving myself space and compassion to be who I really am. So that's kind of a lot, but I'll say nuance and acceptance. Okay, now 7 things I want to release. We'll move faster for this one. Definitely control. I want to be in my yin energy phase where I'm letting things come to me. I'm attracting, I'm passive, I'm working towards my goals, but I'm allowing the universe to show me the direction, even if it's painful, and being in that yin energy. No control. Insecurity, is that too vague? And I don't care. We're moving past insecurity. Cheap dopamine addictions and bad habits like mindless scrolling and dopamine addictive habits that are taking away my energy instead of giving me energy. I know this is kind of generalized again, but let's go with shame. Like really negative shame. Guilt is good, but we want to get rid of shame. Okay, let's also say clutter. Getting rid of attachments in the material world and in the spiritual world that are really holding me back. So, cleansing and clearing out the clutter. Judgment and jealousy. I wrote this in my notes app while I was thinking, looking out the window on the bus. When you're aligned with your higher purpose and self, you lose the bitterness, you turn the judgment and jealousy into compassion and reflection. You want others to be their highest selves too, because you know it would never hurt you or your path. And if you are ever jealous, you use it as a tool and a sign to refine your own path and what may be lacking from it. And then I wrote a list of things that I can be jealous of sometimes. I also said that another reason we judge people is because we are jealous and deep down you don't feel you are capable for whatever reason of obtaining what they have, so you destroy it in them to make yourself feel better about not having it. Lastly, it can show you your values and help you form bonds with others. If you feel that like judgment or jealousy coming on, identify where it's coming from within yourself, because it has way more to do about yourself and me in this situation than the other people. Okay, I made judgment and jealousy their own thing. So that means last section, 7 things I want to manifest. We'll bang these out super fast and I'll let you guys go. I feel like a teacher, like letting kids off for recess. Confidence for sure. I'm going to continue to manifest being the most bright, confident, self-assured version of myself. Stable income for sure also. Not just stable, comfortable income. I want to go back. I was in London, as you guys know, this trip, and I went to Annie's Ibiza. I think I'm saying that wrong, but I went to Annie's, and it was, oh my god, she has the coolest, most expensive dresses. It's the coolest store ever. I tried a couple on, and I felt like an absolute princess. They're way out of my budget right now, but I'm manifesting that I'll go back there and I'll buy one of those dresses and wear it to some cool event. So I'm gonna manifest that, an Annie's dress. Next, I'm gonna manifest really good habits of not just regulating my nervous system when I'm feeling dysregulated, but keeping it regulated by doing these things that bring me good energy on a daily basis. So I know this kind of goes hand in hand with a lot of the things I've said so far, but I'm going to manifest finding opportunities that are aligned with me, essentially manifesting an aligned career this summer. 2 more things. Oh, yeah, and also a new house, a new home, a new apartment, a beautiful new space that is the best one yet that I can't wait to find and is also aligned with me, hopefully soon. Building this podcast up, starting to write a book. I want to write a book, so might as well start. I don't have to finish it, but start that. But no, if I'm manifesting, I'm in Megan world right now. I'm going to finish that book. All right, write a book. That's what I'm manifesting. Well, that's a big one. All right, I just said next chapter. I didn't give it a rigid timeline, okay? I'm manifesting. And these are the things that I want to manifest. And 777, also, another reason I chose 777 was just because repetition, especially in manifesting, practicing anything you want to work on in life is so important, to just doing it over and over again to like train your brain. So I recommend you guys try something like this. Thank you guys so much for joining me again. I'm very interested to see what this next chapter will bring for me and for us. Comment, DM me. I'm so excited to hear any other good ideas, and let me know what you're manifesting and what you are welcoming and releasing from your life, because we can all help each other. So see you next time back in the United States. Hello and welcome. My name is Megan Lucky, and this is A Lucky Life. Come along with me as I try and get to know myself better and hopefully help you get to know yourself better too.